welcome to MarathonJourney.com special edition. As you can tell, we're not out on the road. We are here in the studio to talk about shoes and the evolution of my use of shoes in running. Let's start from the beginning. This is a shoe that I really loved for half marathons, and I still like to use them on magic miles and short training runs. They are the Mizuno Wave Precision 12s, and they're really light shoes, coming in a little under 11 ounces. These are 10.93, and let me remind you, when any manufacturer talks about the weight of a shoe, for one thing, they talk about a smaller size normally, a men's size 9. These are 11.5s. And I've also found that they tend to kind of underestimate the weight just a little bit. I don't know if they pull the insoles out, pull the laces off, whatever. But this is actual scale weight of 10.93 ounces. Very light shoe. Unfortunately, for longer distances, it has a wave plate that only extends just barely past the arch and not a lot of padding. So your feet take a lot of pounding on long distances. But for a light training shoe out on those short runs, these are really cool. For anything past a half marathon, my go-to shoe has been the Mizuno Wave Enigma 2, and it's really a very cushy shoe. It was a shoe I actually started in, and in the Wave Enigma, and it has a full-length wave plate that runs all the way to the toe, so it gives you a lot more stability. They are a lot cushier shoe to ride in, but they run 13.25 ounces in a size at 11.5, so they tend to start getting a little bit heavier, which is not necessarily a good thing when you're out going out to marathon distances. But in order to keep my legs and my knees and my feet feeling good, I went to the Cadillac of Mizuno, the Mizuno Wave Prophecy. And the Wave Prophecy, instead of using foam back here to cushion you, uses dual wave plates that are separated by these struts. So all of your cushioning is purely mechanical. And they were a really nice shoe, but 14.59 ounces, so they're starting to get even heavier, which is really problematic on those long distances. The other problem with these is, since this is a plastic plate, there is just a thin blown rubber sole on it, and they wear out very quickly, and not a thing you want to have happen on a shoe that's really from the top of the line. And when I started developing some Achilles problems after running the 10K a little bit too hard, I was looking for something that would make my feet feel even better, and I ran across this, and it is the funniest looking shoe out there on the running market today, and it has the worst name that I've ever heard of. This is the Hoka One One Stinson Evo Tarmac. Say that quickly 3 times. It's one of the new shoes from Hoka. Hoka looks like 1-1, but it's actually One One. It's Maori for it's time to fly. And these are ultra cushion shoes. These are the antithesis of what you see with the 5 fingers and some of the minimalist shoes. These are maximal padding. But there's only about a 4.5 to 4 millimeter drop between the heel and the toe. So they're very level, but they're also very cushioned. And how do they feel? Wow. They have a rocker sole that the company says makes you want to go towards your forefoot, but they have a very rounded heel that if you heel strike, it's wonderful. It absorbs that energy into the sole, and as you roll over and push off, it puts that energy back into your foot and really makes you want to go. These shoes are hard to stop, especially on downhills. They just want to keep going. It's really cool. I was afraid that the cushioning in the shoe would be like running on a trampoline and all the energy would go in, but no, the energy that you put in as you're putting your weight on your foot absorbs that shock that normally goes to your legs, but when you roll off and go to take your stride, it pushes you forward. It's really amazing. There's only one thing that I cannot stand about these shoes. If you notice, this is not a one-piece toe box. The seam from the tongue goes all the way down, kind of like my old Converse All-Stars back in the 70s. And that seam just rubs my toes raw. Oh, I so wanted to love these shoes. They come standard with a speed lacing system, and they feel so great. I was sick. I tried contacting the company and everything else, and there's no change that's going to happen to the uppers, according to my contacts, in the next year. So I was heartbroken. Luckily, they have a no questions asked guarantee. You can run on these shoes for 60 days, and if you don't like them for any reason, you send them back and get your money back. But I found something that works, and that is the Hoka One One Bondi B. It looks like Bondi, but it's Bondi as in Bondi Beach. It has the same sole construction on the midsole with the same type of foam, but it has the seamless top of the toe box, which is, for me, just a godsend. I have very long toes, and so the shoes bend in a little bit different place than people, I guess, design them for, and so with just the fabric there, these work just fine. They have a little bit different outsole to them, a little bit more fragile than the outsole on the Stinson Tarmac, but I tell you, as far as feel goes, these are just fantastic. And you think, wow, these big old honking shoes must weigh a lot. No, the Stinson Evo Tarmac goes at 13.24 ounces, and the Bondi B goes at 13 ounces almost on the dot. So you're talking about a shoe that's has more cushioning, more padding, and a softer ride than like the Mizuno Wave Enigma 2, and it's actually a little bit lighter. So we'll let you know how these go on the longer runs. I'm sold on these for marathon distance and above. I ran in these, did not have even a twinge of any pain in the bottom of my Achilles. Running in any of my Mizunos, I can still feel that that injury is healing, and it's just kind of there and nagging. Nothing at all in these. Truly amazing. All in all, if you're starting out running, remember that the shoes that you get to start are not necessarily going to be the shoes that you're going to be wearing 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. For one thing, your feet are probably going to get a little bit bigger, so you're going to have to change shoes. You're going to wear shoes out, and don't be afraid to try something new. Even though these look kind of silly, these are fantastic shoes. Hey, these look kind of silly too, and exactly the same height of shoe, just you don't have the optical illusion of a full sole compared to the trestled sole. So try them out if you're looking for something that's going to be really easy on your legs, easy on your knees, and something that's really forgiving. Hoka One One, pretty cool shoes. Either the Bondi B, or if you are a person who are not bothered by that seam in the toe box, these are really cool shoes. I'd really suggest getting these. Exactly the same price for both, and these come with a speed lace system. Give them a try if you're having some problems. Hey, find a dealer that carries them in your area. If nobody carries them and it's too far to drive to a dealer who's got them, check them out online. Like I said, check out that 60-day no questions asked return policy. And hopefully that will keep you out there running easier, running faster, running with more fun and a smile on your face. And if you do that, I'll be seeing you out there on the road.